Feature racing from Deauville in France this weekend comes in the form of the Group 1 Prix Maurice de Gheest. Now, historically, French trainers have the best form in this race that attracts some of the best sprinters from all over Europe. But this year, there could be an upset. Hoping to go past Lazat is Kiersten. But before we touch on that competitor, it's Lazat who I do want to highlight. It is no surprise that this competitor is on top for me. Look at the way it kicked on home last start, led from the front and just kept on going.
Down the near side, here comes the favourite Satono Rev, beginning to accelerate now and challenging Lazat. It's Lazat on the far side to Satono Rev, is produced by Joe Moreira as they race down to the final furlong. Lazat with a narrow advantage. Satono Rev is trying very hard. Lazat a stout stare at the trip, holding Satono Rev in a terrific battle. It's Lazat who wins the Jubilee from Satono Rev, a near miss for Japan.
Well, last start, a Group 1 win at Royal Ascot. You can't be doubting that form. He was so impressive competing in the $10 million Golden Eagle here in Sydney. And I have no doubt that this weekend, this horse will continue to add to his already impressive resume. An interesting runner comes in the form of Kiersten, a raider to the French track this weekend. Such an incredibly tough horse. Right here on the rails in those yellow and black silks, it comes right down to the line, and this runner just wants to stick its nose out in front.
Next to the rail, elite status is coming out after his stable companion Night Raider. Rolls Abil is trying to get into it on the outside with Flora Bermuda battling on. Kiersten is beginning to bear down on this leader Night Raider, and so too is Flora of Bermuda in the pink cap, and it's Kiersten and Flora of Bermuda will fight this out. Kiersten on the inside, too strong, and won the Duke of York from Flora of Bermuda. Ran a massive race.
Now, granted, this was Group 2 company, but I think what it really shows is the toughness of this competitor. He then went up to compete in Group 1 Queen Elizabeth II Stakes at Royal Ascot and was just so disappointing. The team have said they're just putting a line through it. They've boldly stated it is past tense. He has pulled up fantastically and he's very much feeling himself moving into the weekend. He's a little bit of a tricky competitor, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did shock us all and turn the tables. However, it's just too difficult to knock the form of Lazat. This weekend, I have no doubt that he'll have the home track advantage and he'll get the job done. If you did think Lazat was at too short odds, next best Kiersten, although with the gap in the market, I would say you're probably better off going with Lazat on top. Punters, wherever you're watching from in the world, best of luck with your investments and make sure you catch all the action live across the Sky Racing network.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.